countdown has begun. We're talking about the final episodes, namely episode 12 right here. Stay tuned.
You're tuning into the destination for TV superfan discussion, AFTERBUZZ TV. And now, let the buzz begin.
Who wants $1 million to give away to people? I do.
I'll take 10, okay?
I'll take $10.
If you give me $1 million, I probably won't give it all away. I gotta keep something for myself.
Hello.
You real.
If you just give me $1 million, you know,
He can.
he can.
So he can do that.
He was passing out money left and
All right.
Hello.
Here's
On this
50,000.
episode,
Here's
so
20,000.
Man.
You know, 10.
If he would have just gave me like 100, I'd be straight.
shopping sprees.
Right.
But he's handing out stacks though.
Man,
No, like-
he's smart though, cause if you notice, we ain't heard from Drake in how long, and when he came back, he's like, I'm gonna get back, so everybody's talking about me.
Yeah.
That's huge marketing.
Came back.
I love him now.
Huge marketing.
There you go.
Yeah, I'm feeling this. I'm feeling this song. Let's do a little bit more.
A little bit more.
You feeling that? You gotta listen to that.
We gonna stop soon because we don't get copyrighted. I'm saying.
Oh, yeah, okay.
All right.
Good point. I forgot about that. What's up, everybody? You are tuned into the rap game here on AfterBuzz TV. We are talking episode 12 tonight. We're coming down to the final countdown, guys. But before we talk about the episode, make sure you check us out on AfterBuzzTV.com and also on YouTube at AfterBuzz, and download this as a podcast on Apple iTunes. I'm Joshua Johnson. Find me all over social media at JJ the Talented. And to my left, take it away.
It's your girl Rochelle. Ooh, you know my hair is so slick. Y'all see that?
So silky.
It's silky.
Okay.
Are you sponsored out?
I am. You know what? Lauren hooked me up. Thank you, girl. She was like, "You about to do this?"
Okay.
The
Yes,
plug.
the plug.
Sally's Beauty Supply.
Woo, y'all seen that? Silky. But I mean, hey, if you want to look more at my hair, you can follow your girl at Roach Baby. That is ROACHB as in boy, AY, B as in boy, EE. And on my left, you got Mr. Nino. Introduce yourself.
What's good, y'all? It's your boy Nino. You know you can always catch me at Nino Llanera on Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, all that good stuff, y'all. We are here. We have a little inside to the inside. We saw JD this past week. A little scoopage.
Yes.
I'm gonna give it down to Jimmy real quick.
I'll
Go
break it
ahead.
down for you, man. You know, it's your man, Jimmy V, Twitter, Instagram, at Be Your Own Dad. Go check the blog, always popping, beyourowndad.blogspot.com. But we were at the Global Spin Awards this All-Star weekend. It was in LA, and Jermaine Dupri got awarded the Lifetime Achievement Award.
Got the Breaking Barriers Award because what happened? He got inducted to the music. It's a songwriting Hall of Fame, right? Yes. That's crazy because that's only the second hip hop artist to ever get into that.
Yeah.
First one was Jay-Z, if I'm not mistaken.
That's
dope. That's crazy.
Okay.
And while we were there, we heard a little something, but now it's public knowledge.
What did you hear?
Throw it up in the air.
Say word.
Season 5 rap game is coming back. Which means we gonna be
We still got a job, So it's back. Yeah, it's back. So, somebody had mentioned it during the show, and I was like, yo, Jimmy, did you hear that? And he told me today it's public knowledge.
Why y'all didn't text us about it, though?
I mean, you know, we gotta keep things on the low, you know.
But I thought we was all like,
I ain't
I
trying
thought
to.
we were a crew. I mean, just because y'all talking
I
to
thought we was
Jay.
Amiga Cheetahs.
We don't want to get sued. You know what I'm saying? We were under some strict NDA.
I got a job to do.
We might get in trouble. We should just stop talking. Let's move on.
Okay, that's
If we get sued, we just call up Uncle Drake for some money. He's
Oh,
Uncle Drake, that's right.
God's plan.
He
Hey.
passing out the money.
God's plan.
We have $100K for your lawyer fees.
Thank
For
you.
real, right? Listen, guys, we're on week 12. This is the second to last week, man. I can't believe it's gone by so fast.
Another season down.
Another season coming down. Next week is the final performance. But this past weekend, we saw week 12. It's the week. This week was about press.
Yeah.
What was the name of the episode, Jeff?
Press
You guys remember that?
Stress.
The press
got
got
you
you
stressed.
stressed.
I feel like we happy people. Like,
well, all right. First of all, they had them looking mean,
Right.
And
You talking about
ugly
the press?
faces.
Yes.
Yes.
That's what you were saying, you know, right?
We don't look like that when we're in a room like that. I don't feel like
the press, what are they looking all like
Especially-
mean for?
I mean,
mean
right.
mugging.
For
especially
kids?
entertainment, right? Especially entertainment. I feel like we don't look like that when we're there. Now, if we were like at some political junket or whatnot, we might be a little bit more serious because that's where we are.
Yeah.
Definitely.
But like you talking to like 13 to 12 to
Right.
like
Right,
16-year-olds.
16, they sit there like with a
17.
mask
around
face.
there. Yeah, and they were just
we about to talk about what's her name? Dawn Nicoleon.
Dawn Nicoleon. She was on the previous.
She's
season
the one that.
before.
Throwing shade, like trying to track kids.
Yeah.
When we get there, let me know because I got some stuff about her.
Oh, okay.
We'll
You got
get
some
there.
juice.
Like I said, this week was about press. So the winner of this week gets a. Well, first of all, here was the challenge.
Yeah.
They had to go through a photo shoot. They
Press
had
tour.
to go through a magazine interview. They had to go through a press conference. They had to do a little online interview.
Yep.
And the winner of the challenge gets their online interview actually put online.
Right.
Because all of them went through it, but only one got chosen to go online.
Right. Yeah.
And they also get to be on the cover of True Star magazine.
Right.
Which we've seen before. We've seen True Star come through.
Yeah.
It's a big week when they come through and put one
Said
of the
like
kids
a
on the
million
magazine.
viewers.
Right.
Yeah, based out of Chicago.
Right.
Yeah.
And now we
So
have
shout out to True Star.
Shout out to True Star.
Go ahead
and now
and
we have
post
Kim
our
Possible's
link
here.
up there.
That's right.
And now we also got Hip Hop DX. Hip Hop DX is out here in LA. That's my homie Trent, yo.
Nice,
That's the
nice.
editor-in-chief out of Hip Hop DX. If you haven't checked it out, check them out. I looked it up. I don't think the actual interview for Street But is up yet. It'll probably be
yet.
up soon. We'll try to get the inside scoop on that.
Okay.
But they made a little appearance there with a little live video
Yeah,
situation.
live, yeah.
You know, I was
Yeah.
looking at the comments. It said DJ Scratch and Sniff, but and was the ampersand. I was like, you can't use ampersigns on like,
No,
you know what I mean?
it gives like the little weird
Right,
thing.
yeah. So I was like, that's okay.
Yeah. Do we have any comments, by the way? And Jeff is on it.
Oh yeah, I'm on it too, right over here. I'm in the live chat, y'all. What's
Shout
up?
out to everybody in the live.
Winnie Hut Dimbo, what's going on? How you doing?
What's good? What's good?
What's up, Weenie Hut Dimbo Black Jones?
What's
Hey.
up, Black Jones?
Dang, you get personal shout outs to you?
Hey.
Dang.
That's right. That's why they tune in. That's why they tune in. So listen. So first things first, they went through the magazine interview.
Yeah.
Where they talked to a couple of reporters. Who do you think did the best?
I mean,
Bud?
we're speaking about the panel, right?
Yeah, no, not the panel. This
Oh,
was
the True
just
Star,
the
True
one-on-one True Star interview
one-on-one.
they had
Okay.
at the very beginning of the episode. Do you remember that?
Okay, yeah.
Where they
yeah.
talked to, it was like Ace was the name, and it was one of the spices. Time, that's what it was. T-A-Y.
One of the
One of them
spices.
was
I remember time because it's the spice. It's the spice.
Oh, you're right. You're
Yeah.
right. Okay.
At that time, it appeared that
Hey, no pun intended.
Jordan, right, exactly, that Jordan Air had done the best with the interview segment at that time, though.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think he hit it for both of them, and she even said it, or I don't know, I forgot which one is Time. I'm sorry if you're watching this, but the reporter said, she thought Jordan had a really cool vibe to him, and the photographer said Ricky Biddy had the best look as far as the picture wise.
Well, before we get to the look,
So before the look, I would say Jordan and Little Bree. Little Bree was straight up with her about what she liked to do or what she wants to write about and who she is or whatnot. She seemed really free flowing to me.
Mm-hmm.
I think a lot of them. I think all of them actually did a good job.
too.
Rapunzel talked about skinny shaming. Jordan talked about. He kind of shared a little bit how he faced bullying from teachers.
Yeah.
Which was kind of a result of his biracial background.
Yep, his father's black, mother's white.
Right.
So,
Right, and he talked about how the teachers were bullying him, and there were times when he was maybe cutting up in class, and just like other kids were, but he was the only one being punished, and other kids weren't being punished like he was. So that was interesting.
Yeah, that was dope. That was a different side that I've seen of him actually too.
No,
and
yeah.
I didn't even know about his racial background when he did speak about that, about his mom and dad being that.
You couldn't tell from looking at him.
I'm back and I'm better, y'all.
You did. That was a secret to you, like all 12
I
episodes.
never
you
even,
didn't know?
honestly, I never thought about it.
Oh, okay.
You know.
I didn't, honestly, dang.
Which two?
She goes
She just
calling
sees
this,
the
yo.
heart.
She just sees the
Thank
people.
you.
She doesn't see the
You know what
cover.
I'm
She
saying?
sees
She
the
just
heart.
sees the
you,
people
man.
and their talent.
That's right.
Yeah.
That's right.
I'm
I appreciate
sorry,
it. I was
guys.
drowning.
I just want to apologize because this is completely out the blue. But shout out to Black Panther. That joint was fire. 218 mil in the box office.
Wakanda forever.
No. I gotta do it for the culture. You know what I'm saying. All right, back to the topic. Okay.
I got
Now
tickets
you
for
gotta hit
Wednesday,
that
so don't
Wakanda
spoil it
forever,
for me.
okay?
You
Yeah.
still haven't seen it?
Wednesday got tickets. Yo, I had a busy week, man.
Yeah, he had a productive week.
Must be really busy.
Look,
Jesus must have
you
come to
better
your house
follow
if you
him.
hadn't seen Black Panther yet. Then we talked about, Street Bud talked about being the best at whatever you do, even if it means blowing bubbles.
Which was dope. I like that line.
Blow those bubbles.
That was some motivation right there.
Wasn't
that was
I'm
very
like,
mature
okay,
too.
yeah,
Very mature of him.
Be great while you blow your bubbles.
Hello.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying?
If you're gonna mop to the best of your ability.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? If you're gonna wash dishes, if you're gonna blow bubbles,
Right.
Do that.
Do that.
Jinx.
Yeah, there we go.
Homie soda.
And then we get to the photo shoots.
Right.
Photo shoots. I mean, go ahead and take it away with Ricky Biddy. What do
So
you think
Ricky
about
Biddy, you know, they were trying to give her direction. She was a little bit nervous and apprehensive because last time she didn't do too well because she was looking a little too old.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, she
You know,
was.
she wasn't
Act your
showing the
age.
brand correctly. and all that. Exactly, act your age, right? That was a big thing, and it was apparently a big thing later on in the press conference as well too, when she froze
I
up
can't
a
wait to
little
get to
bit.
that.
Right, but that's a little bit on Darren, right?
Oh, the manager, the dad.
Yeah, the dadager,
The person who works with Jermaine Dupri.
Right.
Yeah.
It's calling him out. Yeah, it's true though.
He didn't prepare his artist.
No.
Clearly. No, but I just wanted to say with Ricky here, when they wanted her to laugh, she kept
scream.
doing a fake laugh or scream
scream,
or
yeah.
something,
The
whatever it
scream.
is. I just don't think she was 100% in. Yeah, she's like,
you want
the
yourself focused on
scream.
being
Right.
cute though.
Yeah.
You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying? Like,
and then I think that's the problem.
But real artists, they'll jump like when you're doing a photo shoot, like they be looking crazy,
right.
You
like
actually
doing a
do it, though.
cartwheel.
Yeah.
You have to do it as if like no one's around.
Yes.
Like, you shouldn't
Right.
care.
Don't be
I think
embarrassed.
She was kind of caring.
Do you think
about
Michael
who
and
was
Janet
there.
screamed like this when they were in the video?
Right,
They screamed
right.
it?
No.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yeah, so even when it comes to a photo shoot,
But-
you gotta scream loud
Right.
because that's just the way you're gonna get the energy across into the photo.
Right. I was just gonna say, but we must say that she did look like a kid, and I really appreciate that.
She
The
did,
headphones,
with the
toned it
headphones,
all
yeah.
the way down.
Yeah.
I was like, she
Definitely
looks really
did.
good.
She hit her midriff.
Yeah.
You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? There you go. Yeah,
Right.
I thought so too.
My
I just
man Jordan,
the way I just realized though that my scream reference, these kids who are watching probably won't even get what I'm trying to say.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah,
Michael Jackson.
Michael Jackson, Janet
Jackson
Jackson
Scream.
Scream. Look it up on YouTube if you haven't
Legendary
before.
video.
Turn
Legendary
The
video.
fact that you
Speakers
have
up,
to
too.
say
Turn
that
the speakers
though.
up.
Yeah, but I mean, you know, it's okay.
It's
Generation.
I'm gonna
different generation.
We're gonna teach y'all. That's what we hear.
Oh,
Yeah.
What about Jordan? His look on camera, dude's suave.
Yeah, I thought so too.
Yeah,
Memento right there.
Yeah.
yeah. When I saw that, I was like, yeah, I think he should have gotten.
Did he take a
As
shot with his glasses
As
off? or
long
was
as
it
he
just
has
on?
the sunglasses on.
I don't think he's ever taken those sunglasses off since like 2 episodes.
I bet
ago.
he
He
has
sleep
them
and
on
shower.
right now.
Exactly. Just sleeping off.
Jordan,
The
if you're
sunglasses.
watching, please comment and let us know if you are.
Right.
If you got your glasses on.
We might have to get him on the show next week. We haven't had any guests.
Yo, if somebody was
Word,
smart
yeah.
enough, like you know, like a small sunglass brand, hit that
Hey.
dude up and be like,
Already.
you know what I'm
Already.
saying?
Sure, might as
Free
well.
merch.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I'm saying.
Little
Them was
promotion.
fly though.
Something, you know,
Yeah.
like the dude's growing in
Some money.
followers.
Yeah.
I'm saying.
is.
Why
I'm sure.
not? That's
You know?
that's entrepreneurship, right?
Jordan, if you ever need a manager or a brand manager to hook you up,
Ooh, you
follow
pitching
at
yourself?
Nino Llanera.
Shameless
on
plug.
Twitter,
Yeah.
Facebook.
There you go,
Shameless
man.
plug.
Hit that email link in there.
Do what you
Got
gotta
you,
do, man.
He got you,
We
man.
talk contracts later.
Nino's POV.
Yeah, there we go.
Who else do we like in the photos? What do you think about Rapunzel or Lil Bree?
I remember Rapunzel saying she came dressed up as her normal.
Oh, yeah.
But she was like, it actually worked out. I mean, if you got it, then hey, boom.
That's the
Work it.
that's the definition. If you stay ready, you ain't gotta get ready.
Facts.
Yeah.
Love that. Yeah, that's true.
Winnie Hut Dimbo was saying, I thought Jordan was Hispanic. How was he Hispanic when his
No.
mom was white?
No,
No,
but he
he-
thought.
No. His mom
ready.
could come off as Spanish.
He would say that
Latin.
before that they realized that he was half black, half white. They thought he could have been Hispanic. He could have been Puerto Rican or something like that, or Dominican. Because if you look at him,
With the curly hair.
if he was in New York,
I mean, I understand.
they would have been like, he's Dominican.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
If he was in New York, they would have labeled him not half black, half white. They would ask, okay, so what borough are you from, and are you from Washington Heights? That's what they would ask him.
Right.
You are
Facts.
ready. Anybody who did not know he had black and white
How
mom, you're
did you
ready
not
to
know
pop
that? How did you
off.
not know that?
Well, you are from California. So.
Whoa.
Nothing
I don't- I
against
don't know what
you,
that's supposed to mean.
California. Oh, man.
We all from
I got good East Coast in the building.
Even
Whoa, wait, he on the west side.
Whoa.
He on the west side.
But even our audience members in the studio today are like, hold up.
Even his girl. Look, even his girl.
Just saying, expand your mind.
No.
You Californians. That's all that I'm saying.
We have melting,
West
we have
side.
melting
Don't you
pot.
stick to expanding your empire.
Oh, trust me, we is building over here. We is building. We can do this.
Oh, we got Southside in the chat though.
Southside.
What's up,
Southside.
ATL in the house.
Oh, I feel like we watching roll bounce. Southside.
Yeah.
Let's get to the
Who
press
went to
conference.
see Black Panther? I didn't. Sorry.
Let's get to the press conference.
Is Michael B. Jordan paying you? Or
No, that was in the comments, but okay.
Oh, we all did.
Go on
I
ahead.
know you want to talk about this press conference. What did you guys think about this press conference?
It was
Let me know when
wow.
A little
Jump in.
over it, dramatic,
Yes.
over the top.
Let's-
Post production definitely
Oh,
did
hit
a
it.
good
Wait,
part.
what was the post-production
It was on
part?
that. It was just, you know, getting the faces and getting Jordan like
the credits with the Jordan
They made
answer.
it so crazy.
Yeah.
Listen,
It
kids.
was that serious. I understand that you want to prepare them for the future, but you didn't have to go in so
No.
hard, especially on that young lady. Because we even talked about it when we talk about Little Bree and we talk about how she dressed and stuff. We're still kid friendly. Like, she's a child. Like,
We're not going to jump on her throat. We just want to give her lessons.
And you know
or
she
whatnot.
can't answer those questions.
Right. So let me bring it up to Miss Don Nicole Young.
There we go.
Please talk about this imposter of a press person
So she.
with this wig on from Party City.
Whoa, here we go.
Oh my gosh.
Shots.
Oh my God.
Oh my god.
Oh, wait a minute. So her name is Don Nicole. She's a radio and TV personality, CEO of Georgia Gossip, Sacred Records, and the owner of Planet Earth.
The Don Dada.
Oh, they coming to play.
That's her Twitter handle right there. So she is a press person, a media person, or whatnot. She looks like she's on a online radio talk network, but she was on a previous season. We saw her. I think she kind of went for Roscoe, was it, or somebody? She went for somebody, and she's back again, obviously because she right or yeah. She's back again because obviously she did something where they were like, "Oh, that was interesting to see on TV.
Yeah.
Bring her back again for the interesting portion of whatnot."
That's
right?
exactly what I thought too.
Asking the hard-hitting
And then
question.
notice too how she said exactly what JD spoke
Yeah,
about
Right.
about the whole, you know, image thing and
Exactly.
age, and she said exactly, do you think, you know, demographic and all that stuff. So
But she's trying to be Wendy
definitely got
Williams on
some
13-year-olds.
type of bag.
Yeah, come on.
You know, like Wendy Williams circa 2000 something.
My biggest thing, I'm not here to shade on nobody because, you know, that's what's up. You got a job. I'm always here for the grind. You got a job. You on TV. You're doing your thug thizzle. But my thing is not what you say. It's how you say it. Everything that she said, she could have just said it in a nicer tone, in a motherly way, because you're talking to someone who is way younger than your daughter.
Right.
You said her daughter was like 24 years old. These kids are half your baby age.
Right.
So if she would have said the same thing, and the way she was so happy, yeah, think about that. It's like, bro, like, you feel good about crushing a kid's spirit? Think about it. Like, bro.
Right.
So if she could have just said it in a different way, in a motherly way, instead of being like so ham, like, you wow.
100%. You know what I mean? And who knows? She could have been a paid actress, or I mean, I looked her up. So she is a radio or a media personality or whatnot.
She got an IMDb.
Yeah, probably.
She was acting.
I'm saying. I don't know. I'm just. You heard it here first.
Another one. He's on tonight.
A tad
You
bit
been
too
sipping
hard.
over there,
A little
JJ?
bit.
What is this?
Some liquid courage.
That scissor.
We are not promoting any
Shout
of
out
that.
to yes, wow, guys.
Right.
This is a kid
Capri
friendly show.
Sun.
Capri Sun.
There you go.
Right.
Blow pop.
Yo, yeah, she went a little bit too hard on Ricky.
Yeah.
And what do you think about Ricky though changing her answer when it came to
She got
who they look up to?
shocked.
as
She
fans?
got shocked. Oh, and JD called her out at the end of the episode.
What would
too.
you have done though in that situation if you had previously said I look up to Nicki Minaj and then someone says you shouldn't and then
I
it gets
would have took it. I
You
would have
would've
been like,
stayed with your
I would have looked dead at her,
Yeah.
honestly, and maybe because of my age now, but I would have been like, I like Nicki Minaj because to me, I feel like she influenced me. She helped me in my self-esteem, whatever she like her for.
Right.
But stand ground to your town. Don't let, I'll be like, and like, that's truly
Right.
what you feel.
If she was properly media trained by Darren beforehand, she would have got exactly and said
Who
what
works with
Rochelle
Jermaine
just said.
Dupri.
You know what I mean? Who worked once again with
Works with
Jermaine
Jermaine
Dupri
Dupri.
on her with her sister or whatnot. She would have said, well, actually, yeah, I like Nicki Minaj,
Yeah.
but I like her because I love the way she performs. I look up to her. And I think it's okay for me to look up to her.
Right.
She added this is like a Miss America pageant type situation. We're all women and we want to come together to break down the barriers in this male dominated industry. Boom! Look at that.
Well, that was good.
You can't even say
saying?
that was
good.
Boom!
That was
That was
good
good.
of her to do that.
We media trained y'all.
Yeah.
Clearly.
We've been through that.
Clearly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I think it's our age too.
It is
know
age
a
thing,
little bit
definitely.
more, yeah.
Look, I guess so. Yeah.
Cause we could, everything that we said, we could defend it. For her,
Right.
she just, the moment that she said, cause she did, when she said it too, she was like, we have a problem if you do look up to her. I was like, ooh.
Yeah.
All right, yeah, I got another follow-up question if you
Right.
I wanted to hear the follow up.
That's like,
Well,
that's
right.
like, okay, if you say you do, I'm gonna come at you
Actually,
some more.
yo,
so,
should I
you know,
tweet her?
Whatever. Yeah.
Should I tweet her and
yeah,
say,
hit her up
hey,
and say,
Don Nicole, what was the follow up to your Nicki Minaj question on? I'm about to guess. Okay, I'm nervous.
Nah, you should say, is that
send her the link to
is
the show.
your hair real? If not, I have a follow-up question for that.
Okay, see, I'm gonna let you get in with Don Nicoleon.
You can tag me too at B. You're on that. I'm bringing all smoke.
It's not about the fact that it's real or fake. It's just, I think for me, it's just like I had that same wig I got from 2 Halloweens ago. Party City.
Y'all are mad. I'm not saying anything. I'm just asking you a simple question.
Hollywood.
My question
I
that
have
I
nothing
had
to say.
for you guys was your thoughts on Jordan comparing himself to the J. Coles and the Kendricks. What y'all think?
Listen. I'm all for that because if he has the confidence to do that, then do
rock
that.
it, right?
Yeah, then rock it. Just like you would say that Ricky should have gone with Nicki. So if Jordan's gonna say, "Hey, I feel like I'm on par and on the caliber of these two rappers," then I think he should have said it. Now he should have had something to back it up though, because when it came to the guy asking him why,
because I feel like once again, poor kid, he was a little nervous, he was shook, but. If maybe also if he answered in the way like I'm not on par with their level, but I feel like I exude them or I'm like them. I rap like them. My cadence is like them because his cadence is like them. He's influenced by them. Yeah. Once again, those are things that you should probably think about for all you young artists out there. Whenever you're compared to a really big artist or whatnot, it's admirable for you to come back and be humble and say, I feel like I want to make myself get to that level. And I'm working towards that because I am taking the proper steps. And my lyrics are just like them. They're influencers to me. You know what I mean? Yeah.
Higher. No.
Brand image. What you want? What you want?
Brand management, PR.
Man,
what you want?
It's all positive that you get in here too. It's
right. I'm about to do this later because I'm trying to be good, and Jimmy over here trying to make me.
I'm watching you like sand.
You still asking about the weed?
It's already. I'm just like, hey, not Nicole Young. I'm gonna get you, girl. We're gonna ask the follow-up question.
What about? But we're not really. I don't think you guys have really talked about Lil Bree or Rapunzel and how
Street Bud killed that. Like interview or that press conference, he was himself. He was energetic. People loved him. It's not just because he's cute, you know what I mean? Because we always say that when you're that age, you're cute when you say certain things. Like he's like, I'm growing up, in 10 years I'm gonna be grown, But he comes from a place where it's authentic. So when you're authentic, he's confident.
Plain and simple.
He's ready to go. You know what I mean? I think he killed it. He seemed like the most relaxed. Right? He didn't seem fearful at all.
No. He even said it though. He said that he was taking the lead. And he was like, I got this. Like, because they were stuttering, I got this. But I do love that everyone commented and said that he's turning into a well-rounded artist. And I think that's pretty awesome because we've seen his growth on this TV show. So
we actually have,
sure. So who did the best in the press conference? You going with Street Bud?
It'd be either Street Bud or Lil Bree.
I
mean,
and
then
I'm with that, yeah.
Yeah.
I really liked someone gave her the comparison to a Tupac. Just when she spoke, it was a little bit of a stretch, but at the same time, you can hear it in her speaking, her tone. Like she's very serious, and she has a story to tell, and that just matches up with her raps too.
I think it's true.
So
if you ever,
I'm not mad at it.
If you ever listen to a Tupac audio or a Tupac interview from back in the day, and you listen to how he talks and how he was so confident about what he was writing about, and how calm he was. He had this really calm cadence to him when he would talk, and it was like comforting. And Lil Bree is kind of that same way.
Aww,
it's kind of comforting when you hear her talk. You know what I mean? So I can definitely see that.
I haven't even heard no one ever say that though. Like, oh, like you are compared to Tupac. I've never heard that in the way he speaks.
Yeah.
So that's an honor, especially for someone so young who wasn't even really in his time. When did Tupac pass? 95. They probably wasn't even born.
He was only 24.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, yes.
24 or 25.
Around there. It's like either 24 or 25, but so young.
This is totally off subject.
That's crazy, right?
Yeah.
I did not know that.
Yeah, this is totally off subject, but you know, like that age range between 24 to 27 for celebrities, there's a high rate of like some sort of accidental death.
Oh, like Lisa, Selena.
Yeah, exactly.
Aaliyah.
Yeah, exactly. Like Amy
Winehouse.
Winehouse.
Me depressed right now.
It's crazy, but it's one of those like. One of those, I don't know. Look it up online. It's kind of crazy when you read about it. Like, dang, that's a really weird age.
Jeff, if you could do some research for us to see when Tupac Shakur passed away, that would be great. Back to the regular scheduled program.
Jeff, the engineer.
So what's next?
Did you add her yet?
I've got September 13th, 96.
Oh, 96.
Of course, all of us know that Tupac is still alive, so it doesn't matter.
Oh, yeah, Tupac is in Cuba.
I saw Tupac on the corner selling Biggie shirts.
With a bow tie to be by.
Wasn't Tupac in a movie last year? Tupac was in a movie.
Actually, he was, yeah.
You're right.
And he has a show coming out called Unsolved.
Hello.
Yeah, he still is.
Still working.
He still is.
Still working.
That estate must be getting so much money.
For real.
With Tiana Taylor?
Then we get to the Tiana Taylor interview.
Yeah.
What do you guys think about that? Lil Bree, Rapunzel. What do you guys think about Rapunzel though? What JD was saying about Rapunzel, kind of
being thin,
kind of beating the whole beating the dead horse when it came to the skinny story.
No, if that's what motivates her, that's what motivates her. I think what's sad is that people are belittling it because it's not something that's like you will get more fat shaming, but you wouldn't get thin skinny shaming. Yeah. I ain't never been skinny, so I don't understand, but I understand your struggle. Right. At the end of the day, if it makes you feel some type of way, it feels some type of way. How can you tell her that's not the reason why she rapped? Maybe, I mean, did you see their expressions though? Right. Everybody was so annoyed.
I feel like they were trying to find something or trying to find a way for to nitpick with her. Like it was a forced nitpick on her. Like they were like, what can we say? Like, oh, she always says this all the time. But it's true if you listen to artists and they go on press tours and radio interviews, they say the same exact thing.
I want to get my mom out the hood. It's a different audience each time. You might have some people listen to the same, the same stations, the same YouTube, but
outlets.
For the most part, it's a different outlet each time.
These artists go into iHeartRadio. They go into they record like 20 different markets, right?
So you want them to have 20 different answers,
right? So exactly, they're not because they want to stay consistent. You wanted Ricky Biddy to stay consistent with what she was saying with Nicki Minaj. Yeah. So why can't Rapunzel be consistent with the way why she wants to rap? That was her story. You know what I mean?
That's her story.
Do you guys have sympathy for skinny shaming?
I do.
That's the question I wrote down.
For any type of bullying.
It's a double standard. You know what I mean? It's a double standard when you want to go about that way. You can't be like, you shouldn't stop because you're skinny because I'm coming from a big person. You know what I mean? It's both ways. You shouldn't be bullying anyone nonetheless. Right. That's what's making America a mess. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
If everyone were just to be a little bit more accepting about different things or whatnot, and cultures and just how people live or whatnot, or more understanding, we would be so much better. Yeah. So why would you even want to do that? You know what I mean?
I just wanted to share. Growing up, I got made fun of because of my stutter. So one main reason why I even got into hosting was I'm gonna do something that you can't even do with my stutter. But at the same time, I learned the more I think about it, the more I dwell on it, I'm somewhat holding myself back. So now that I move on, I've grown as a person, but I keep that in my back pocket too, of course. So Rapunzel, I think, of course, definitely speak on it, but don't let that hold you back from moving on.
I say if that means something to you, speak on it, like you said. If it means something to you, then that's your story. Don't let anybody deter you from what your truth is. And I asked that question about sympathy for skinny shaming because I just wanted to bring up the fact: is there a double standard?
Yeah,
there's definitely a double standard for
everybody. Looked at her like that, even in the show. Never mind, I can't think of the name. It's on NBC. This is us. Right now. This is us. No, on NBC. This is us. She's in a whatever the room called. I'm losing all my words. Sorry, y'all.
About Chrissy Metz?
Yeah, and it's a young lady in there, and she's always talking about like it's a club. I forgot what you call it, but a club like when they talk about whatever. It's wrong, like if you're drunk, if you're what is that called?
Alcohol's Anonymous.
Yeah, like one of those meetings. Yeah, like an AA meeting. Yeah. But basically for people that's plus size or bigger have issues like that. And it's a young lady there and she's really skinny. And every time she talks, everybody like,
right.
Be quiet. And it's just like, it's not, if that's how you feel, bruh, that's how you feel.
It's her struggle.
Right. Yeah. And it's insecurity. You can be insecure because you're not a certain height. You can be insecure because you're not a certain weight.
A lot of things. Nobody's perfect. You know what I'm saying?
Okay, Jacob.
Yeah.
Hey,
Missy.
Crooked Smile.
Friday Night Lights.
You know what I'm saying?
Oh,
Crooked Smile from J. Cole.
Classic joint.
Yeah. You know what I'm saying? He wasn't Cardi. He got a bag, but he didn't fix his teeth because he wanted to show people who he really was.
That's right.
That's totally fine. But
that's
shout
why
out to
I rock with J. Cole so hard.
Yeah, he the trillest. But if I have the money, I'll get braces.
You gonna fix up?
I mean, I ain't mad at Cardi. Go ahead, Cardi.
You good, girl? You good? What you mean?
But see, and that's an insecurity. If I don't like my teeth, how you gonna tell me?
Exactly.
How you gonna tell me?
I support you.
Thank you, friend.
Speaking of J. Cole, when he was talking to Tiana Taylor again, Jordan brought up the fact that he's like J. Cole and Kendrick, and then he actually spit this time. How'd you guys think that went?
The spit wasn't. I needed more.
You wanted
maybe
more. I get it.
Maybe the editing like stopped it after a few bars. But if that was only he gave, then I don't know why Tiana was like, oh snap.
That first one with the glasses was a little bit hesitant. When he took the glasses off, he spit a little bit more. And it was a little bit better. I think they were doing that for editing purposes to give it that hesitant.
What about him not taking off his glasses or not wanting to take off his glasses?
I think that was all
Very
edited.
dramatic. Yeah,
Edited.
I think he wanted to, and
He
they were
didn't
just
mind.
like, you know.
He wasn't gonna say no to
Tiana. Like, why wouldn't he?
Right.
Right. It's not that big of a deal.
I don't think that was him. He wouldn't say no to Tiana Taylor. Tiana Taylor asked me to do something. I'm gonna do something.
Oh.
You know what I'm saying?
What?
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
I'm just saying. But like back it up, because not a lot of people. Well, Street Bud didn't realize who he was sitting with.
Yeah, so he didn't.
Yeah,
hear
Yeah,
it.
he didn't even know.
So we all got introduced to Tiana Taylor. Most of us got introduced to Tiana Taylor when she was on My Super Sweet 16.
Yes.
With with
the bike.
MTV, with the bike and all the other stuff. We were like, why is she so hot? Like, why is she that it girl? It's because Pharrell signed her to his label Star Trek Entertainment. Back
I did
in the
not know
day.
that.
And from Star Trek Entertainment, she went to Kanye's label or Def Jam. She went to Def Jam.
That's right. Good music.
Yeah, so we're good music.
Good music.
You know what I mean? So she's been around for the longest time, but she's had this pocket where they didn't really know what to do with her. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like what do we do with Tiana? She's dope. I think she has star power, but we don't know what we're gonna do with her. And now she's popping off again after the Fade music video and all that other stuff. She was doing other stuff, but people didn't really see her like that. You know, she had a little like low under the radar hits, but people didn't really know who she was. But that just goes to show you as an artist, especially for these kids, that you can keep longevity without even popping all the way to the top. If you have the right network, you have the right people behind you, you could still make it work.
And then two, you gotta have patience. I think patience is a major key.
Definitely.
Because if you get into the game where your type of style isn't in, then you just have to wait. Like, did you guys notice how Jordan was like, you know, these mumble rappers are here, you know, they're here today, gone tomorrow. And she was like, actually spitting some. It's actually spitting some actual truth, though.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? That's why the J. Cole's and the Kendricks are still here,
right?
And they ain't going nowhere,
right? I mean, it could be a wave. We say it's a wave now because maybe we want it to be a wave. We always talk about us being old heads versus new heads type situation, and the mumble rap could definitely be a wave. You know, because we don't feel like it's so deep, but we never know. It could still continue on way longer than we think.
You got a point.
It's all depending on the consumer, right?
Yeah,
yeah,
that's what it is.
Yeah,
the market.
Yeah.
You know what I like about the interviews with Tiana Taylor was that when she asked each rapper, who besides you
if you didn't win,
who do you think would win in the house? And they all said
Street.
Every single one of them said Street Bud.
Because that's the wave.
Was that? Do you think that was?
That's the wave.
Wow, you went back 2016.
Please don't turn that into a GIF.
Now, do you think that was? Were they being honest, or do you think that maybe they said Street Bud because they don't see him as a threat, and they were just like, yeah, Street Bud, like because?
I think they were being honest. I mean, and then ever since the show started, like I said, I've been watching Street close. I mean, before he's been doing birthday parties, he's been working on his craft. Right. He's got his style down packed. So if we were even judging off of this episode up until now, I'd go with Street Bud, just because he's been, even though he's been number 5 on the hit list for blah 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 all around though, and he's got that different type thing that people want to rock with him. So
especially right now in that market for those kids, especially in Atlanta. Like
he's got the energy, he's got the swag,
he's
got the
fun, he's got the dance moves, he's got the fun lyrics.
I would go with Lil Bree.
Lil Bree,
or Rapunzel.
I would go with Lil Bree or Jordan. I mean, I've always said that.
Why Jordan?
I feel like Jordan has that whole package. He looks commercially ready for it. You know what I mean? He has a market that could sell to an audience, and he has like meaning behind his lyrics. Okay. So he can go that way.
He can, yeah.
Is there a market for, say, a Ricky Biddy?
Of course.
You know what? I'm glad you just brought her up because there was a question that was asked. I don't know if it was during the Tiana Taylor or the panel, but it was like, do you really want to do this? It was something of that sort. And that
wasn't that to Rapunzel though?
Yeah. It was like, or is this like a stepping stone to something else? And I remember, like I told y'all watching episode 1 and 2, I never believed Ricky Biddy truly wants to do. I think it's cool,
Really?
On TV, get your Instagram numbers up, blah, blah, blah. But like I said, I don't think she actually really wants to do this. And when we heard back from the press, they said we even got a vibe from her that she wanted to be left alone, wanted, didn't want questions over here. Maybe she's nervous. Okay, I get that. But I'm just... I once again, I just don't.
Do you think it was partially orchestrated once again to make her look that way?
Yeah.
You know
what
I
if they're picking on her and she's nothing like that?
That's the thing, because we never know.
And
reality TV.
And I hope she proves me wrong.
Yeah.
I hope I'm 50 years old in a rocking chair, even though I definitely
50 in a rocking chair.
I'm mad at you. Popping. I hope so, but that's all.
We hope she's popping, not him being in the rocking chair. Unless he wants to. Duck if you buck.
When we came to the end of the Tiana Taylor interview, she was really feeling Street Bud, his story, his rapping ability, and the fact that every other contestant had mentioned Street Bud. So even before he came in, she was like, "Well, I gotta meet Street Bud, right?" And so he came in, he did his thing, and she was really feeling him. So I think I knew right there. That's when I told you watching the episode. I was like, "Okay, yeah, I think Street Bud pulled this one off."
Yeah, I definitely felt the whole vibe that he was #1 this week.
Yeah,
we're gonna get into the. I'm sure we have to get into the hit list.
Yeah,
soon.
we're getting the hit list right now. Number 5 was Ricky.
Right.
Everybody agree with that?
Not surprised.
Yeah,
Yeah,
not surprised.
definitely.
Yeah, she was the weak link this week.
She was. I just wish that she just backed herself up. Like, girl, if you would have just defended your answer instead of switch, because it was just like they was like Lauryn Hill, or they said Queen Latifah and then somebody else.
She said
she was
Queen
like
Latifah and Remy. Right.
Remy Ma. It was
she
like
copied someone else's answer.
Yeah,
and
you could tell that
see
it was not from her, because they would have asked her why Queen Latifah. She would have been like,
right. But it's like living your truest self, right? It's living your truest self. Like, everyone is so easy to answer these questions or whatnot because they're living their truest self.
Yeah.
I feel like she's holding back a little bit on her truest self.
Yeah.
Maybe she wants to be an R&B star. Maybe she wants to be an actress. Maybe you're right. I don't know.
What if her true self is to be that adult-looking 13-year-old that everyone that so far has said, like, chill, dial back? What if that's her true self?
Well, just good luck, because it's not going to be an easy road.
I mean, if you want, if she wants to look a certain way or whatnot, it's just, I think it's tough in the market. You got to think about it in the business aspect. You put a 13-year-old out there who looks like she's 18.
That looks bad.
You know what I mean? It doesn't work in that market. People don't want to take chances on that. It's a legal thing, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's a legal thing, and it's a confusing thing as well, too.
Yeah.
There's just so many things going on, especially with the whole Me Too movement and everything that's out right now. Like, to sexualize a young kid in that nature or whatever, people don't want to take chances like that. They don't want to be associated with that. So who's going to want to work with her? So be 13 but look like she's 18
24, right?
or 24. Like, that's why we talked about Miss Mulatto. I told you guys she's probably not going to hit until after 18 because she was at that 16, 17-year-old area where you could start looking a little bit older or whatnot. You know what I mean? But no one's gonna want to work with you completely 100 until you turn 18 and you're legal.
Yeah.
That's like the same thing.
Look at her now.
That's the same thing like with Cardi B. Like, she's my age. I think she's 25. Yeah, she just turned 25, and she's still getting impressed about her lyrics and how she dressed and stuff like that. And that's a grown woman, because I'm grown. I pay my bills.
Yo, hey.
Okay, but she's still getting impressed about that.
Yo, shout out. I have an exclusive coming out with Cardi B on my magazine.
Are you serious?
On mag.com. It's called Before the Bag. So I interviewed her in 2016.
I remember that.
Right.
Yeah, I remember that.
I interviewed her in 2016. Something messed up with the audio, and the audio just didn't work. On that interview. So we were like, oh, we got to just go ahead and shelf this.
It was here, right?
No, it was at another
no, I remember.
studio.
That's right. Yeah.
We had to shelf this interview. I was so sad because she was popping, but she wasn't
on the way up.
She was on the way up, but I was like, something's dope about her, because I liked her music before then. She dropped a mixtape or whatnot, and I thought it was dope, or music, and I thought it was dope, and we couldn't do it. Recently, last year, I was like, let's try to fix this audio again. We fixed it, and then she blew up. The month that we fixed the audio, she blew up.
You should drop it. Boom.
Oh, I'm about to drop it, y'all. So watch out.
Yeah, blew up.
Watch out. It's called
bomb.
Before the Bag. It's Cardi B in 2016 talking about what she wanted to do when she was 7, where she wanted to go next after Love and Hip Hop, and it was music, and she did it, and look what she's doing now. We talked about her domestic abusive relationship, why she stripped,
I remember that.
college, and all this other stuff.
Wow.
You posted some of that, though, on your social media.
I did. I posted her doing a drop.
I remember the
magazine.
Backstage antics.
Yeah.
Check Nino out, y'all.
So
shout out to the
thank you. But shout out to that, y'all. Watch out for that.
When you post that and tag her in that, bet money I bet she responded.
Oh, definitely. She was dope. Her and her manager, all of them were really, really dope. So look out for that. That is Before the Bag on the fifthelementmag.com exclusive coming soon.
All right, we got 2 minutes left. Ricky was 5, she was 2 last week. We had Jordan at 4. Agree, disagree?
Agree.
All right, Rapunzel at 3. Lil Bree, I could have
switched.
Lil Bree and Rapunzel and had Rapunzel at second, but Lil Bree came in second. Street Bug came in number 1. What do you guys think? Well deserved.
Unanimous.
Yep.
Well
Well deserved. Yeah, he killed it this week.
Yeah.
He killed it. This is the second to last episode. Next week is actually the final performance. The last episode. We'll try to get you guys a guest in here. No,
we'll do something.
No promises, but we're gonna try to do that because we haven't done that this season yet.
Tweet them, y'all. Let them know.
I don't know if we have time.
tweet
Well,
them.
2 minutes. We might have time for like a quick prediction.
Your AfterBuzz
He was ready for that
TV
button.
He was ready
prediction.
for it. He was ready for it. Jimmy, what you think?
Hey man, Street is taking us home.
Street is taking it all the way. He's gonna get the chain.
Straight.
Wow.
Whoa.
Street's taking it
Okay.
home.
Wow. I want to say Lil Bree's going to take it home.
Lil Bree.
Yeah.
I'm team ladies, Rapunzel or Little Bree.
I've been rocking with Street from the beginning. I'm gonna say Street.
He probably will.
I can see that, though, because remember, he hasn't got a Bow Wow artist yet. He's
Right.
been looking.
Meaning starting off really, really young.
None of us said Jordan though.
Yeah.
No love for Jordan.
No, I think Jordan would
Love
have got
for
second.
Yeah.
Like, yeah.
Okay.
You know how he be doing the
is-
countdown, so he
is
might be the
polished.
last standing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I said Lil Bree and Jordan. I'm back and forth with that, but I feel like Little Bree just might
What?
take
I haven't.
it.
Y'all didn't say nothing about Rapunzel. She been doing her
She
thing,
dope, too. She dope, too. I don't know.
I don't think she's gonna win it though.
I feel like she's fallen in the middle, but you just never know. That last performance
You
could be
never
the one.
know.
It could be.
Yeah.
Yeah. Looking forward to
Lil
that.
Bree
for
one
sure.
looked it dope though for the
Quick
correct-
question for you guys. I know we got to wrap, but out of who's gonna win? Do you guys think anyone else is gonna be the real star? Because the winner's not always
That's
the real
Little
star.
Bree, Little Bree.
I think no matter what, Street will be a star.
Street's popping.
Street's popping.
Little Bree.
So whether he wins or not, Street.
I feel like Little Bree or Jordan.
Little Bree because we're thirsty for good lyrics people and
Yeah.
rappers.
Okay.
Okay.
Well, who's thirsty? Because 25-year-olds may be thirsty. Are 15-year-olds thirsty?
Yeah, but she might
They
be
want
that.
that
She
energy.
might be that hit where she hits at 18 and over. Remember?
Okay, because she's 16
She's
now.
she's such a conscious rapper
Yes,
that
she
it might
is.
not hit for that young demo.
True. Yeah. True.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think they all have a shot. They're all talented kids. The final episode is coming this Friday. Make sure you guys tune in to Lifetime. Then tune in next Monday to check us out right here as we talk about the final episode, as we always do. Mondays at 7 o'clock or somewhere around there, depending on what time Jimmy comes in.
Yeah, Jimmy walking here like this.
Hi, JJ. I'm glad you joined us this week. I don't know what happened every other week.
Oh, you got me. You got me. You know.
Yo, he been shotting fires all day. Like, I feel a little sad.
I got some shots over here.
No, me and Jimmy are cool. I'm cool with everybody on this panel. It's just jokes. We're all family here.
Now we're playing.
We're definitely playing. You guys, hey, go ahead and sign off for us, Jimmy. We'll start with Jimmy.
It starts over there. Because
I'm switching it up today.
it's your man Jimmy V. Twitter, Instagram at Be Your Own Dad. Building My Empire hats are back next week. Holla at me on the gram, man. BeYourOwnDad.blogspot.com.
Hey, y'all, it's your boy Nino. You can catch me at Nino Llanera on Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook. That Cardi B exclusive will drop on the fifthelementmag.com. Check it out. Favorite things for lifestyle, fashion, and hip-hop, y'all.
You guys already know I'm the lady on the panel list with the cute leaves. You can follow me at Roach Baby. That's ROACH. B as in boy, AYBE. And we have, BEE. Don't forget that. But, go ahead, Josh.
Thank you. And you guys can follow me all over social media at JJ the Talented. Make sure you log on to AfterBuzzTV.com and also AfterBuzz on social media, AfterBuzz TV on Instagram. And download this as a podcast. Listen to it on your way to work tomorrow.
Can you listen to this on your phone?
And I can listen to it on my phone.
Oh, my gosh.
Thank you very much.
Cricket Wireless.
My Android phone.
I'll bring it back to
very
last
proud of
season.
Samsung phone.
You know what I'm saying?
Shout out to Samsung.
Always messing up
Give
our
us the
text
deal.
messages.
I
know, that green
Be
thing.
sure and tune in next week as we talk about the final episode. Go Toros. I'm out.
From executive producers Maria Menounos, Kevin Undergaro, Phil Svitek, and the entire AfterBuzz TV staff, we would like to thank you for listening to the AfterBuzz TV network. To watch or listen to other after shows and post comments or questions, be sure to visit AfterBuzzTV.com. I'm Sir Richard Wentworth, and this has been a presentation of AfterBuzz TV.
Buzz you later.
The views expressed herein are those of the host only and do not necessarily reflect the views of AfterBuzz TV or its owners or principals.